Hello and welcome to Goa365's news bulletin with me, Brian Sequeira. In a major announcement, TCP Minister Vijay Sardesai has dropped all the villages from Greater Panji PDA except Taligaon. He admits that he has surrendered to the will of the people to protect Goikar Pond. But he is equally upset that some people are opposing his decision to make the Regional Plan 2021 operational.
Vijay has given in to people's demand. Except for Taligaon, all the villages of Santa Cruz and Sant Andre have been excluded from Greater Panji PDA. In fact, he says he is ready to drop Kadamba Plateau if people have opposition over it.
आता हे सगळें करून अशें दिसता की लोकांक पीडीएची एलर्जी आहा आनीक जे लोकप्रतिनिधीन आमकां रिप्रेजेंटेशन पयलीं दिल्ली this could have misled us. अशें सगळे ह्या बॅकग्रावंडाचेर हे फाटभुंयेचेर आज म्हाका अशें दिसता की द क्राय ऑफ द पीपल इज द वॉयस ऑफ गॉड. चड करून ह्या होली विकान हे होली विकेंडार अशें बायबल म्हणटा की क्राय ऑफ द पीपल इज द वॉयस ऑफ गॉड. आज हेराल्डान एडिटोरियल हाडला की विलेजीस हॅव एब्सोल्युटली नो प्लेस इन ग्रेटर पेंजीम पीडीए. हे सगळें अशें येतना आमकां अशें दिसता की एक पूर्ण खालतीपणान आनीक रिस्पेक्टींग द एज ओल्ड एडेज दॅट ह्युमिलिटी इज द फावंडेशन ऑफ ऑल वर्च्यूज. आय वॉन्ट टू अनाउन्स that all the villages that come under the Greater Panjim PDA will be dropped immediately. This decision will have to be confirmed by the Town Country Planning Board, but me being the chairman of the Town and Country Planning Board, I am announcing this today.
TCP Minister Vijay Sardesai has also appealed to the people to give a solution if they don't want either to make Regional Plan 2021 operational or decide construction plans on case-to-case basis. Why worry when eco-sensitive zones aren't touched? Don't they want planned development of Goa? Vijay asks. Listen in.
ह्या गोंयचे जनते कडेन एक मागता की आमचो जो नारो आहा गोंयकारपणा करता ताजे खातीर हे आमी करतात. आज एक बेसिकली लोकांक हें आमी मानून दिवंक सोदतात की सर्वींग द पीपल एंड नॉट एन्जॉयींग पावर इज द ड्युटी ऑफ इलेक्टेड पीपल. वी आर फॉलोईंग दॅट. आतां मडगांवान एक प्रेस कॉन्फरन्स जाल्लें आहा. दिस इज अ क्वेश्चन आय वूड हॅव एक्सपेक्टेड फ्रॉम यू. थंय म्हणलां कितें की रिजनल प्लॅन 2021 जो हांवें ओपन केला ताजेर ओपोजिशन दाखयलेलें आहा. आतां रिजनल प्लॅन 2021 जावचो म्हणून ओपोजिशनान एसेंब्लीन कितलेदा आवाज केल्लो आहा. खूब एक्टिविस्ट मागतात की येदो व्हडलो कन्सल्टेटीव प्रोसेस जाल्लो म्हणून तो रिजनल प्लॅन तुमी उगडो करचो म्हळ्यार तो फॉलो करचो. तातूंत हांवें एक पॉयंट घाल्लो आहा की ज्यो इको सेन्सिटीव एरियाज आहा त्यो आमी रिलीज करचे नात म्हणून आमी म्हणलां की रिजनल प्लॅन इन प्रिंसिपल सगळोच आमी एक्सेप्ट करना. वी आर डुईंग इट सिलेक्टिवली सो दॅट दीस इको सेन्सिटीव एरियाज डोंट कम इन द एम्बीट ऑफ डेव्हलपमेंट. ताकाय बी ओपोजिशन आयिल्लें आहा. हांव गोंयचे जनते कडेन मागता की वी मीन वेल. ताजेर आतां करप कितें? केस टू केस जर आमी चेंजीस करतले जाल्यार लोकांचें हें आहा की केस टू केस कित्याक करता रिजनल प्लॅन हाडचो. बट रिजनल प्लॅन जर तूं ओपन करता म्हणटा जाल्यार म्हणटात रिजनल प्लॅन इज हें ऑफ करप्शन. आतां तो रिजनल प्लॅन कोणें केल्लो? हांवें केल्लो. तो 2011 नोव्हेंबरान नोटिफाय जाल्लो. सो तातूंत आमचो रोल कितें आहा? एंड इवन दॅट वी हॅव सेड दॅट वॉट एवर इज इको सेन्सिटीव वील नॉट बी इन्क्लुडेड. सो तातूंत इशू कितें आहा? पूण लोकांनी फक्त इशू करपा खातीर करप न्ही. लेट दीस बी अ लॉजिकल argument that is being put forward by people, but even these people who are objecting to 2021, I am willing to engage with them under the same principle that I am speaking today on, की लोकांक एंगेजमेंट करप हें आमचें कर्तव्य जाता म्हणून ताजे खातीर तांचे कडेन वचून आमी एंगेज करपाक तयार आहा. पूण लोकांनी सोल्युशन दिवचें आनी सोल्युशन जर ना जाल्यार जाय ताणें जाय थंय बांदचें. इज दॅट वॉट वी आर लुकींग फॉर? इज दॅट वॉट गोवा शूड बी? हाजेरूय विचार करचो लोकांनी की आज आमी म्हणटात की 1 कोटी स्क्वेअर मिटर ऑर्चर्ड जमनी कन्वर्ट जाल्या आनी ताजेर इलिगल प्लॉट जाले. हे कित्याक जालें? कित्याक रिजनल प्लॅन नाशिल्लो म्हणून. हेंय एक सायडीन आमी उलयतात. दुसरे सायडीन म्हणटा रिजनल प्लॅनूय नाका. तिसरे सायडीन म्हणटात तूं केस टू केस कन्वर्जन करूंक सोदता तेंय नाका. मागीर करप कितें? वॉट इज प्लॅनिंग इव्हेंच्युअली बींग रिड्यूस्ड? This is my counter to everybody. But we are willing to engage with one and all.
With video journalist Viraj Kamath in Panji.
Concerned citizens and civil society organizations of Goa have strongly opposed the implementation of Regional Plan 2021. They have demanded that the RP 2021 should be scrapped and new plans should be made for sustainable development in Goa. They claim that large areas of forest, agricultural lands are added into settlement zones in RP 2021.
The organizations have alleged that this RP 2021 is a scam of crores of rupees. They want lands for agriculture, forest, wetlands and other areas to be demarcated and removed from the settlement zones. They claim that these lands were earlier shown in Forest Conservation Act.
आमचो प्रश्न असा की जेन्ना तू एडमिट करता की इतले व्हडले व्हडले इलिगॅलिटीज आसात आरपी 2021 जाल्यार आमकां रिस्पॉन्स दिनासतना आमकां आमची ऑब्जेक्शनाचेर कांयच रिस्पॉन्स दिनासतना तूं कसो रिजनल प्लॅन नोटिफाय करपाक शकता. दिस इज अ व्हेरी क्लियर एविडन्स that the chief town planner and the TCP department are fully involved in a major scam of high level of corruption going into maybe thousands of crores.
ते भाग पीडीएंतल्यान डेव्हलप करू शकना ते भाग रिजनल प्लॅनांतल्यान करूंक सोदता आनी जे भाग रिजनल प्लॅनांतल्यान करूंक शकना ते पीडीएंतल्यान करूंक सोदता. म्हणल्यार तुवें हे सगळे बॉडी जे क्रिएट केल्ले आसात रायट पीडीए ओडीपी हांगासर फक्त जे हांगासर लोकांक दाखयता की बाबा तुमचो सेटलमेंट हांगासर आसा म्हणून पूण दुसरे वाटेंतल्यान तुवें थंयसर काडून बिल्डरांक दिल्ले आसता. म्हजो एकूच डिमांड आसा जर तर तूं रिजनल प्लॅन फॉलो करूंक सोदता जाल्यार तुका पीडीए आनी ओडीपीची गरज ना. एकूच प्लॅन सगळ्या कडेन लायात.
सरकारान सांगलेले की रिजनल प्लॅन जो आसा तुमी स्क्रॅप करतलो आनी न्यू काडटलो. पूण आमी आयज सरकाराक सांगता हे सरकार आयज दाखयता की हे लॉलेस सरकार जाला. कित्याक CZMP प्लॅन जो आसा तो अजून पासून सरकारान फायनलायज करूंक ना. 31st इज द लास्ट एज पर एनजीटी ऑर्डर. तो फायनलायज करून आयज रिजनल प्लॅनाचेर हे सगळे दाखोवंक जाय आशिल्ले. जे फिशिंग विलेज आसा, सँड ड्यून्स आसा, इको सेन्सिटिव्ह झोन जो आसा, टर्टल नेस्टिंग साइट जो आसा, आयज सरकार सांगूंक सोदता की 105 किलोमीटर जो आसा हो डेव्हलपमेंट करूंक जाय. आणि CRZ असताना डेव्हलपमेंट कशें करपाक आता.
With reporter Sandeep Tuekar in Madgaon.
The Murmugaon Port Trust has opposed the Goa Pollution Control Board's decision to withdraw the consent to handle import of coal at the harbour. It also says that the mooring dolphin does not require environment clearance. The MPT has now decided to approach the National Green Tribunal on these issues and seek orders. The MPT also wants consent to handle coal within permissible limits.
MPT Chairman I. J. Kumar is upset that Goa State Pollution Control Board has withdrawn its consent to Jindal Steel's Southwest Port Limited to handle coal from its harbour. The board told SUWPL to seek a fresh environmental clearance from the Central Ministry since the AC sought in 2005 was only for 5 years. But Jay Kumar says that the EC is sought only once to make the plant operational. What's required later every 5 years is a consent to operate.
The environmental clearance is for to start the project. But once you start or commission the project, then there is no question of EC at all. Then the question of the consent to operate. Then again, the consent to operate, there are 3 categories of industries: red industries and yellow and green. For example, ports and harbors comes under red 1B. Here the consent to operate is valid for 5 years. Now the yellow will be 10 years and green will be unlimited. So the red category industries, suppose consent to operate is 5 years. So every 5 years there will be a review of consent to operate. And every 5 years there is no question of EC again. This is a basic principle. All over India it is happening. I don't know how the Goa Pollution Control Board is interpreting here.
According to Jayakumar, the board has wrongly withdrawn its consent to operate the mooring dolphin. While the ruling of seeking EC came into existence in 2006, the mooring was made operational in 2003. It did not require environmental clearance.
Mooring dolphin was constructed in 2003. That time, that rules provides there is no EC required because it is in the water area. The CRZ is from the low tide line to high tide line. So it is away from the low tide line, it is in the water. So at that time no EC required. So now the mooring dolphin constructed, there is no EC required.
The MPT is now planning to approach the National Green Tribunal, Delhi, where the case of SWPL is presently being heard. The next hearing is fixed on April 4th.
So we have already implemented the cases pending in Central NGT Delhi. So we will be adding this input also on 4th of April. There is a hearing on 4th.
MPT chairman admits that Southwest Port Limited has exceeded the limit of overhandling and they would be penalized for it, but also requests the Pollution Control Board to have a practical approach and allow coal handling within permitted limits.
Secondly, now what I also now met Pollution Control Board chairman and requested also the consent, whatever the consent to operate limit is given, they exceeded. So there is no denial and we cannot safeguard them. It is a mistake done by the SWPL. So that they have to pay for it. That's okay. But now the present pollution level, now I can show the detail also here also it is there. So dust level is within the limits. So the present level is within the limits. So that's why we are expecting the Pollution Control Board to have a practical view and revive the earlier level of 5.5 or the reduced level of 4.125 million tons. At least the port will get some business, some cargo.
Our reporter Hiro Mahale from Vasco.
After Babu Asgaonkar of the MGP, Vishwajit Rane is the BJP's own minister who has now threatened people's agitation against the BJP government. What is the reason? The 11% hike in power tariff from 1st of April. He doesn't blame the state government for it, but the central body JERC, which is also ruled by his own Bharatiya Janata Party as a centre.
MGP Minister Babu Asgaonkar had threatened agitation over jobs for locals at Mopa Airport. Then he withdrew. And now Vishwajit has appealed his government's 3-member Cabinet Advisory Committee to intervene in the power tariff issue and keep it in abeyance till Chief Minister Manohar Parrikar returns to the state. Speaking tough, Vishwajit said, bureaucracy cannot dictate terms and cannot take decisions that can go against the interest of people.
आमचे गरीब लोकांक त्रास जावपाचो आहा जे गरीब लोकांक त्रास जाता आमचे कडेन एक बरो धडधडाडीचो पावर मिनिस्टर आहा काल बी हांवें ताका फोन केल्लो ताका विनंती केल्ली आसा पक्षाक बी विनंती केल्ली आसा की हो विशय आमचे माननीय मुख्यमंत्री येस्तोर हे अभियानसान दवरपाची गरज आहा मायनिंगा खातीर लाखांनी लोक आयज बेरोजगार आहा मायनिंगाचे खातीर तेंचो ऑलरेडी तांकां शॉक गावल्लो आसा आनी आयज दोळ्यांतल्यान पाणी येवपाची परिस्थिती ना जर JERCचे जे रेकमेंडेशन जर आमी एक्सेप्ट केले आनी खंय ना खंय मंत्री जावन लोकां वांगडा रावपाची गरज आहा भारतीय जनता पक्ष एक पक्ष ह्या तरेचो आहा की लोकांचो पक्ष आहा हे सरकार लोकांचो सरकार आहा लोकां वांगडा रावपी सरकार आहा आनी त्याच बरोबर ह्या तरेचे निर्णय आमी स्ट्रॉंगली ओपोज करपाची गरज आहा आनी JERC खातीर लोकांच्या दोळ्यांतल्यान दुकां फक्त पाण्याची येवची ना रक्ताची दुकां येवपाची परिस्थिती निर्माण केल्ली आसा JERCन आनी म्हाजो पूर्णपणे ह्या डिसिजनाक विरोध आहा हांव विरोध ह्यात न्हू फाल्यां 3 मेंबर कमिटीक म्हाजे कडल्यान पत्र वयतलें की विनंती तांकां करपाक की हे इम्प्लिमेंटेशन JERCन जे केल्लें आसा हे ब्युरोक्रेट राज्य चलूं शकना ब्युरोक्रेसीन आपल्या मर्यादान रावपाची गरज आहा सेंट्रल ब्युरोक्रेट आसूं काय राज्याचो ब्युरोक्रेट आसूं आपल्या मर्यादेन रावन काम करपाची गरज आहा.
Joint Electricity Regulatory Commission has announced to hike the power tariff from 1st of April. The Commission in its latest tariff order has approved an average increase of 6.4%, which is higher than 5% hike proposed by Goa Electricity Department. Domestic consumers in some categories will have to pay anywhere between Rs 5 and 25 more on fixed monthly charges and up to 40 paise extra for every unit of energy consumed. With video journalist Shyam Chari in Panji.
We will take a short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. The Workers' Union of Western India Shipyard Limited on Saturday has unanimously resolved not to leave the WISL premises until the pending dues are settled. Union leaders say till the time workers are inside the yard, they will be peaceful. But in case any attempts are made for forceful eviction, they are prepared to show their strength.
Union leaders of Western Indian Shipyard Limited blame employers and management, due to which company went into losses. Recently, Union has received a notice to vacate the premises and not to enter into premises after April 5th.
की जोपर्यंत कामगारांचो स्टॅट्युटरी त्यांना बेनिफिट देऊन त्यांचं सेटलमेंट जायना, until and unless and until we are not going to leave these premises. आमचे पोजेशन आसा आणि हे आमचे पोजेशन कोणी फोर्सिबली काढून घेवपाचो प्रयत्न करपाक जायना. पोलिसांचो गैरवापर करप, मिसयूज करप आणि कसले तरी कोर्टाची ऑर्डर करप अशा पद्धतीचे करपाक जायना. आयज सगळे रस्त्यारूच देवलेले वर्कर खाली जेन्ना तेंचे काम बंद जाता तेन्ना आमकां कितें जाय, काम जाय आनी आमचें काम बंद जाता. आनी हे पोट आमचें वयता वा डॉग जेन्ना जर वयता म्हण आमकां कळ्ळें तेन्ना आमी एक निर्णय घेतला. जशें आमी गेल्या 2 वर्सांनी केलेले आसा ती परिस्थिती आमचेर येवंक आमकां गव्हर्मेंटान हाडून दिवची न्हू. कितें आसा तें बरे भशेन उलोवचें, ना जाल्यार आमी MPTच्या ऑफिसान केन्ना पावतले, जावं वास्को केन्ना आमी पावतले, जावं एअरपोर्टार आमी केन्ना पावतले, रेल्वे स्टेशनार केन्ना पावतले, जावं आमी ब्रिजार केन्ना पावतले ते आमी सांगूंक शकना.
A reporter Hiro Mahale in Vasco.
The airport taxi operators are running from pillar to post to safeguard their livelihood. Their livelihood is in jeopardy ever since a Delhi-based company that is given license to conduct rent-a-car business has also begun carrying passengers. The taximen approached the South Goa collector with their grievances, but the collector advised them to go to a court of law.
Taj India Tours was ostensibly licensed by the Transport Department to open a counter at the airport to conduct rent-a-car business, that too with maxi-cabs, but from day one they started carrying passengers. This is being opposed by the United Taximen Union.
Now a Delhi businessman comes here and starts running and Goa government backs him. That is unnecessary. So I said, you are not here, you are not paid out of our taxes to tell us that, to go to higher courts. You have to enforce the law. You have to do the reading of the law. But she didn't want to do the reading of the law. So those fellows have not done the reading of the law. They say you go to high court. This is what it means. If it means, the paper should show, no? Whatever the papers it says, car rentals means rent a cab. Anybody who understands English understands that. But they are saying no. So whatever it is, I said anything you say, I am not challenging that license. Whatever it means you tell. Then do one thing only, whether car rentals or agency. If it is agency, that fellow cannot run it unless me as a taxi owner or somebody as taxi owner appoints him as his agent.
Our reporter Sandeep Twenkar from Margaon.
We will take a short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. In an Easter message to fellow Goans, Archbishop of Goa and Daman Fitneri Ferrao has said Jesus died and rose for all. He is our hope. Easter reminds us that light conquers darkness, love conquers hatred, and truth conquers deceit.
Jesus Christ died and rose for all. He is our hope. This is, in a nutshell, the message of Easter, the most important celebration of our Christian faith. Easter celebrates the rising of Jesus from death to a new life, reminding us that light conquers darkness, love conquers hatred, and truth conquers deceit. For us, sinners saved by Jesus, the joy of the resurrection starts with a personal encounter with the risen Lord. What was the cause for Mary Magdalene's tears to give way to Easter joy? Nothing less than meeting the risen Lord himself. The same joy was experienced by the disciples on their way to Emmaus. Their personal encounter with the risen Lord gives them the courage the strength, the eagerness to run back to Jerusalem in the dead of the night and tell the other disciples of Jesus about what had happened to them on the way and how they had recognized the risen Lord in the breaking of the bread.
Chief Justice of India, Justice Deepak Mishra, has said that international commercial activity is on the rise like never before, and this rise calls for a directly proportional progress in the field of international commercial law.
International Law Association Regional Branch India had organized an all-India seminar on international commercial law at a resort in Panji on the 30th of March. Chief Justice of India, Justice Deepak Mishra, was supposed to attend but could not make it. His speech, however, was read by Additional Solicitor General of India, Atmaram N.S. Natkarni.
International commercial activity is on the rise like never before, and this rise calls for a directly proportional progress in the field of international commercial law. The rapid and swift expansion of digital technology has made a monumental impact on the way commercial activities are transacted. The digital environment, which offers a global reach, has an infinite capacity, tremendous connectivity and lightning speed. New business models have come up which utilize this ever-expanding digital environment to maximize their gains by enhancing their market depth. Law is not far from being affected by this digital world. The effects of this digitization are increasingly felt in many areas of law, international commercial law being one of them.
So far as international investments are concerned, it comes with the need for arbitration, the need for the foreign investors to have their own advisors. And some or other, I think the Bar Council of India has not been looking at it with the same amount of concern which other nations have. For example, you have the institution known as foreign legal consultants in all the countries. They are a separate category. They are the practitioners of law from foreign countries who want to practice law in the country which is a host country.
In a country which boasts that after we entered globalization and we became the second fastest growing economy in the world, ranking at 100 is still quite abysmal. And therefore, we have to introspect. In this process, let me start with this, that we are in an era of globalization. When we become a part of globalization, it gives rise to various, there are maybe various dimensions of it insofar as international commercial law is concerned. And the most important which I see is that many disputes, particularly commercial disputes, which we were having in this country, their complexion has changed over a period of time.
Our video journalist Irshad Sheikh in Panji.
Hanuman Jayanti was celebrated by devotees of Lord Hanuman across the state to commemorate the birth of Hanuman. Hanuman is said to be the biggest devotee of Lord Rama. It falls on the 15th day of Shukla Paksha in the month of Chaitra. With that, we come to the end of this news bulletin. For more news and updates, log into our website www.goa365.tv. Follow us on Facebook, Goa365 TV. Keep watching Goa365.